Welcome and thank you for joining me. My name is Trish. Today I'm doing the world predictions for June 2025. Let's take a look at what some of the biggest predictions are going to be in June around the world using the Prediction Oracle. Links are in the description below. Welcome back. Let's interpret these cards and take a look at what is coming up for June 2025. Okay, so for the first one here with the holding power and the economic challenge, it felt either like ruler, leader, political party, it could be royal. So I did pull from my governance deck, because it's specially made for economic situations and rulership situations. And the cards that I pulled here to clarify this information up the top here is working on a solution and not sustainable. So these four cards together, I'm feeling like a person in power, whether it's a CEO, a head of state, an influential figure, is going to face some kind of serious financial challenges. It will leave either their company, their country into a critical decision-making phase here, trying to work on a solution to the problem, as the current situation is not sustainable the way it is. It proves to be unsustainable. It's forcing like an urgent maybe restructuring, a policy shift, or some kind of maneuver to prevent further instability here. They're working on some kind of new solution, I guess, to fix the current problems around this power, whether that's a CEO of a company facing economic crisis. They're looking for a solution here to gain control or stay afloat here with this, I'm feeling. Then we have over here, we've got on the next line, energy crisis, darkness outage, and pandemic or health crisis, which can just mean a crisis of some sort. It can of course mean a health crisis, as we do have another health card on the table, so therefore this one could also be linked to this line here. But for this line here, I'm looking at maybe some kind of power outage or energy disruption causes concern, leaving regions in temporary darkness here. It can force maybe an emergency response, or it may be contained, but I feel like there's power going out somewhere, but it could cause some kind of crisis going on down the bottom here with this card here. So over on this line, we've got over on this line here, I'm looking at SpaceX sitting next to military plane, like a significant merger or a collaboration or an unexpected development. We've got the unexpected result down the bottom there, sitting next to the military plane. It's almost like the two applications coming together in some way. So it might be between like military operations and aerospace technology, somehow joining forces. It could be an unforeseen partnership between the two that blurs the lines between defense and innovation in some way. It may be unexpected or groundbreaking, given the unexpected result card down the bottom. It may shift the way nations and industries approach technology, warfare, or exploration, I'm feeling, with these kind of cards here. This gives me Elon Musk vibes here with that kind of techie type thing, techie and rockets and SpaceX. So that's why I'm feeling like tech kind of related applications in the military here connected. Urgent act now is also sitting next to it. Now I'm feeling that urgent act now is looking at future potentials or future prospects and looking at applications they can bring into motion now, in order, so again, thinking about the future in a way that works together with this tech kind of company. I'm not saying it's one company or another. It could be Bezos, it could be Musk, it could be any kind of those aerospace kind of technology companies working together with military, looking for solutions, because we are sitting next to solutions, being over here, but I'm feeling like it's working for future, looking at future applications, combining the two. with this line over here. So looking at the medical breakthrough and evidence of scandal line next to the fake news, could be some kind of medical advancement may make headlines. It could be misinformation, given that we've got fake news. It could be ethical concerns. It could be evident being that we've got the evidence of scandal there or misinformation. Could cloud bringing debates over whatever this medical breakthrough is. It could have the internet talking or buzzing about some kind of scandal involved in the medical industry in some way. That could be fake news, but it could be looking at like misinformation as well around that. Could be having their public perception becomes a battleground between optimism and skepticism here in the medical advancement industry because of the scandal and the fake news cards sitting next to that. Now, then I'm looking at the line here that says infrastructure, drone strike, and rescue revive. So I'm feeling like maybe there's going to be some kind of rescue package for strikes or infrastructure damage. Maybe it's already past damage already done to one of those warring nations, and they're looking at rebuilding, or they're looking at some kind of rescue package here. It's like a large scale, maybe financial relief here. We do have a financial economic card here. Rebuilding infrastructure affected by, it could be even worker strikes here, because when I noticed the word strike, I thought, I wonder if that's a workplace strike that they're trying to revive an industry that's striking, so that they can better restructure in some way to make that industry function better, so it's no longer striking. So it could be like even a workers' rights thing in some way. That causes a big deal. But then again, it could be the drone strikes causing damage. Could be both. Could be relevant, definitely. But I'm feeling like some kind of rescue package to solve a current situation around infrastructure, or striking, or drone strikes, or damage done from drone strikes. Now, I'm feeling I pulled a couple of extra cards from my new governance deck, just because I wanted to see how these ones read as far as predictions go. Now, this deck here is perfect for reading on current situations or world events around political or economic situations. So as far as reading it for a prediction reading coming up, we're going to see how this one goes. I have used it for that before, but this is the line that they're giving me for this. It's some kind of shifting political dynamics and succession plan. So what I'm getting out of that, either a country or a political party is looking at reassessing its future, because we've got they're making changes and shaping the future. They're looking at where they are moving forward, so they're needing to make some shuffling or shifting plans. Now, this can be a current political party, but it could also be related to this CEO or company up the top. Whether this is I'm not sure if it's a political party up here as well, or if it's a some kind of business or company restructuring, shifting things around, making succession plans to shape the future. They could be connected even. That's what I'm trying to say. Okay, so I'm feeling like succession plans, long-term strategies, or maintaining influence, because they're looking at their going into the future, their sustainability here and success in the future. So shaping plans, and do they need a succession plan going forward? These decisions could reshape the balance of power, whether that is for a government or whether that is for a company. But I do feel like there's going to be some kind of shifting dynamics as they look at handing the title over to somebody else or another generation even. But it says here looking at the succession plan, thinking about the future going forward. So whether we're talking about a political party or we're talking about a business, we're talking about reshuffling, restructuring, maybe even a succession plan, handing the baton on to somebody else in order to maintain control in some way into the future for this company or this political party. If there's any natural disasters coming, because we have no natural disasters on the table. So a quick little pull to see if there's any natural disasters around the world. We're currently in flood here where I am. Okay, I've got wreckage disaster there on the table. I'll just take, because a bunch fell out. So we've got wreckage or disaster, downgraded situation, and tornadoes or winds. So maybe winds downgraded or a cyclone downgraded, but still does cause a level of wreckage. I was trying to keep this spread nice and neat today so I'm feeling, as far as natural disasters go and weather, perhaps there is either tornado or strong winds. They're downgraded down to just winds or strong winds, but it does still cause some kind of wreckage or disaster. So thank you so much for joining me. I will be back again next month to see how we go.